Hello and welcome to another episode of Man of the Forest. Although I'm nowhere near a forest, I'm actually at the coast. I'm up in Whitby and I'm on the seashore looking for seashells. No, I'm not really. I'm looking for fossils. Today is a fossil hunting adventure. So anyway, yesterday I had a little excursion and well, give us a moment and I'll show you what I found. So I found this rock. It just looks like a rock, but I kind of recognise the shape from some fossil hunting videos that I've watched. So I hit it on another rock, bang, like that, and it split, and inside was this absolutely beautiful ammonite fossil. And I was so chuffed because it was the first rock I picked up, and it was about the only thing I found yesterday while I was walking along. I also found something else which is in my pocket. This, which is an imprint of an ammonite, which is quite a cool little thing. It looks a bit like a claw. But anyway, so I'm walking along today trying to find some other fossils. I've never done this before, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking for, really. But I have just stumbled across this, which I'm going to keep. It's another ammonite fossil. How cool is that? I think that may be a fossil sticking out there as well. Now, as I'm sat here, you can see here is another one. This is a kind of shale-like rock, and there's lots of nodules in it, like that. That might be another one. There's this great big thing here. That might have a fossil in it as well. But I'm not really gonna, I haven't got the tools to get something like that out. I don't really want to damage the rocks too much. But if I find some other promising looking bits, small ones on their own. There's another one there, look. In fact, you can see little ammonites in that. And these are from the Jurassic period, so 180 million years old. How cool is that? Anything else I can see? Not just yet. There's another little nodule there. Probably got a fossil in it, another ammonite. So anyway, if I find anything else worth looking at, I'll show you. I've actually got a hammer as well, so I can, if I find a rock this kind of shape, I can split it open with the hammer, hopefully, and hope that there's a fossil inside. Now, one thing I should say before I continue is, if you're going to come down and play on the coast, always make sure you check the tide times, because the last thing you want to do is get caught out with the sea coming in. The seas can be very dangerous, obviously. So always make sure you check the tide times. Where I am, the tide is going out, and it's I think I've got a couple of hours before low tide, so I've got a bit of time to go explore around here a bit and make it back safely. I'm just going to keep an eye on the time. Job's a good one. Another little ammonite fossil. I think they're just everywhere. I'm not getting too close to the cliffs because you never know, something might fall off and I don't want to get killed today. There's another one. It's an impression of one anyway. See it going around there? Quite a big size, that. Just warned you about stuff falling off cliffs. I can hear stuff, little bits falling off. Got to be very careful. There's another one. What I'm really looking forward for is a couple of pieces to take home with me. Well, I've got the ones in my bag that I showed you earlier, but I want to find more. Okay. Do you see what I see? That looks like it's got a fossil inside it. Now, I need to break it open. Luckily I went and bought a hammer earlier on. So, bear with me, if I could prop my phone up so I can film me doing it, we'll have a look together and see what's inside. Woo! Okay, it didn't break how I wanted it to. I can see a bit of a fossil in there. Let's try again. Haha! There we have it. I don't think I did a great job of breaking it open, but that's pretty cool. I'll keep that one and keep looking for another. Okay, I'm not sure, but this one looks like a promising shape. But I just got distracted then with the noises, bits falling off the cliff. Anyway, what I can see is that. Right, I'm going to hit it with a hammer, and if there's anything in it, I'll show you. Well, maybe I was wrong. You can't see there's a couple of little tiny ones in there, but I was hoping this might be one big one, but it's not splitting. I think maybe there's something in it. There's that there. Maybe there's, I was hoping there's one big one in there, but I'm not having much luck. I'll smash it up a bit more and we'll see. Okay, I did uncover this one inside it. It's quite pretty. I'm gonna keep hitting this rock. Feel like Fred Flintstone here. See if I can get that little bit out anyway. Well, unfortunately, I broke it. It's almost pyrotised, that one. You can see kind of a goldy effect on it. You might not pick up on the camera, but I'm just going to leave that one. Try and find something better. Okay, I got another one with a promising shape. Ow! Oh, dropped my finger. And you can see there is a little fossil there. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if that had a big ammonite in it? But I'm an amateur. I don't know. I'll give it a smack. See what happens. Now, I guess I should be wearing safety glasses if I'm doing this, really, because you do get bits of chipping up. So, it might take a few strikes, this. If it starts splitting around the middle, then it's looking promising, but well, there was a load of chips going up in my face. What did I tell you? Okay, you can't see anything yet. Might be a bit wishful thinking. I'm going to switch the camera off, and if there is anything in it, I'll show you. Well, that was a no. There's some bits of, I don't know, it's all nothing conclusive in that. Like I say, there was a bit towards the edge. You can see that there's a bit of an imprint of an ammonite, but no, nothing in that one. That one can go back to the sea. God, look at that view. Absolutely beautiful. You can hear the birds tweeting behind me. Just seen a couple of little sea anemones. That one's still got his tentacles out because he's under the water. And there's two there which are just above water. So their tentacles have gone in. So if I can give him a little prod. Sorry mate, I'll leave you alone now. Just found this really cool shell. It's complete. And if I hold it up to my ear, I can hear the sea. Yeah, I can really hear the sea. That's amazing. Oh, I can still hear the sea. Oh, it's the sea. Silly me. Now this one's really cool. Not sure if you can make out, it's pyritized, which means it's got iron pyrites, which is the fool's gold. Not sure if you can make it out, but with the colour, but that is a gold colour. That is really cool. Sometimes when you crack a nodule open, from what I've seen, they can have this gold colour and it's like, wow. I'm not sure if the camera does it justice. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, I've started heading back now. Not really had much joy really. I think if I was with someone else who knows what they're looking for a bit more than I do, I'd probably have more luck. But it's cool to see these impressions in the rocks here. 180 million year old fossils. So I found this cool stone with an ammonite impression there. And all these holes. I just thought that's a cool stone, so I'm going to take that back and give it to Craig, aka Chicken of the Woods. A little present. I think he might like that. Well, I think that concludes it for the first part of my fossil adventure. I made it all the way around to somewhere around there, I think. Might not look far, but it is quite far. But I think we're about at low tide now. So I'm going to be leaving Whitby fairly shortly and heading further north. I'm going up to Northumberland, and stay tuned because I might have some more stuff to show you. See you in a bit. So I'm no longer in Whitby, I'm up in Northumberland. We're just going across the causeway to the holy island of Lindisfarne, and we're going to have a little explore on some of the beaches there and see what we can find. So we're now on the holy island of Lindisfarne. We've just had a look around the priory, which is very fascinating, and we're walking out to this little beach here, which is where we may be able to find some of St Cuthbert's beads. The little island in front of us is St Cuthbert's Island, where he became a hermit and lived on there. The St Cuthbert's beads are actually fossilised crinoids, which is a sea lily stems dating back 300 million years. So let's go and see if we can find some. So I'm trying my hardest to find some of these beads. There's all sorts of other stuff here, little tiny shells, bits of crab, and there's lots of sea glass and broken pottery on this beach. Anyway, I have just found one St Cuthbert's bead, which, as you can see, is absolutely tiny. Come on, focus. There it is on my finger. I think they come in various sizes. I have taken a photo from inside the museum with a little explanation and an example of a necklace made out of these beads, which I will put in the video. But anyway, I want to try and find a few more. Okay, they're incredibly hard to find, but there are actually two in the picture. Can you spot them? Well, what I'll do is I'll try and zoom in. I'll just put the camera closer. Right in the centre of the screen now. Can you see? There's two little circles with holes in the middle. They are St Cuthbert's beads. Bringing my total to 3. I think I'm going to have to find a few more to make a necklace. And just to show you how tiny they are, put my finger into the shot. There we go, one there and one there. Right, give me a few hours and I'll have enough for a necklace. So I've got quite a collection now. As you can see, some of them are absolutely tiny. But Dell's got my friend I'm with. Say hi, Dell.
Hi, Dell.
Has got a microscope back home, so we'll try and get a few under the microscope so you can see them a bit more close up. But I think if I carry on squatting down trying to find these, my knees won't let me stand up again, so I'm going to probably stop now and just go for a little walk along the beach, because it's really beautiful here. Look at that view. Look at that view. Oh no, that's I'll head in. There's St Cuthbert's Island. You might be able to make out the cross on there. What are those spiky things over there, Del?
Navigation beacons from the 1820s.
Navigation beacons from the 1920s?
1820s.
1820s. Interesting. And if I just step this way a bit, in the distance you can see Bamborough Castle. Is that Bamborough Castle?
That's Bamborough Castle.
There we go. So we've just been walking along the beach and we've stumbled across this part of the cliff, which is full of mussel shells, oyster shells, bones in there, and some bits of pottery and stuff. And I've just pulled out this bottle. It's unfortunately quite broken, but for you mudlarkers out there, I thought you might find this interesting. It says Berwick on Tweed there. If I roll it around, it says the Berwick Breweries Limited, bottled by the Berwick Breweries Limited. And I don't think Berwick Brewery's still going, is it?
They're not. No, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, so it's quite an old bottle. And there's the top of it. I don't think I'll keep that because it's a bit battered. If it was complete, maybe I would. But you never know what you might find just by looking. And there's Lindisfarne Priory. Wonderful. And there's Lindisfarne Castle.
And there is a 1940s Coast Guard lookout tower.
1940s Coast Guard lookout tower.
Correct.
With modern glass windows. A great viewing station. Oh, are you talking about this bit?
No, that bit.
Oh, that big bit.
Refurbished about 10 years ago. Special glass that is visible to birds but not to humans, so we don't get bird strikes.
Oh, that's good. So they're thinking about the wildlife. Very good. So I've got advised to come down here and have a look for some fossils, and also crinoid fossils, 300 million years old or thereabouts, dating back to the Carboniferous period. And I think this could be them, if you can make that out there. There's a sort of a frond or leaf shaped thing here, lines in it, and
Man of the forest, good one here.
another one here. What's that, Dale? You found another one over there?
I found a nice one here.
Did you just call me Man of the Forest?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. That's my actual real name, my birth name. Yeah, I think these are fossils. Look at that. That's really nice. Big leaf type structures, fern type structures maybe. Would have been interesting to see them in real life. Where was that other one I saw? Up here. Yeah, the little mollusks are sitting in the grooves, which helps make it easier to see. That's pretty cool. Another possible bit here. We're just down here on this exposed bit of rock on the edge of the harbour. Nice view of all the ships. Nice view of the castle over there. There we go. Back to the mainland. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little adventure looking for fossils on the east coast. Here's all the cuddy beads that we picked up earlier. They're quite hard to find, so just an overview. There's a nice bit of shale with a fossil impression in it. And here's the ammonites and that cool shell that I found, which if you hold to your ear, you can hear the sea. Thanks again for joining, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. See you on the next one.